2.25% profit in just over an hour. The London session was kind to us today. I've put some links in the description box, which is just below this video. You can click on those and it will take you straight into information as to where you can join us and find out a little bit more about the way that we trade. Okay, let's get straight over to the charts. So just finished the live London trade planning webinar with the Price Action Traders Institute members. Took a few trades before I actually started the webinar. I got in on the Euro Japanese Yen, taking this at 45, way down here. You can see where that yellow line is, that's where I took the trade. And looking at this price now, it's pushed through that 50, seeing a nice big move on the Euro strength at the moment. Had my take profit up towards that 80 level. So we'll see how this one goes, but looking quite good at the moment. And the second trade that I took before the webinar was the Canadian dollar Japanese yen. Not really doing a great deal at the moment. Saw this come through an entry point and took it long at 48. Again, looking for that price action to push through that 50 level and up towards this 80 where I've got my take profit. The third trade that I took was during the webinar. I placed a pending order on the US dollar Japanese yen. And while we were doing the live webinar, price came through and hit my order and pulled me in on that. So US dollar Japanese yen in at 16, looking for price to push up through that 20 level and up towards that 50. And then I've just taken the Euro US dollar as price came through an entry point. Got in this and almost immediately price started to push up with that Euro strength that we're seeing right now. I took this at 65. So that's it, 4 trades I'm holding at the moment. I'll pause the video for now, just quickly reassess what's going on across the board, and I'll be back in a little while for an update for you. Back with an update as we're seeing this nice early move on the euro, seeing this strength coming into play on both euro pairs that we trade. So euro US dollar, like I say, I've got in that at 65 and seeing this moving quite nicely now. In fact, I'm going to lock in a couple of pips just to cover costs. Seeing it approaching that 80 there. If it pushes through that 80, then I'll start locking a bit more in. And it's gone through there, lovely. Okay, I'll watch this candle, see where this closes. If it closes through that 80 level, then I'll move my price stop up a little bit more just to lock in some pips. Euro Japanese yen moving up quite nicely now. I'm going to lock in. I'll lock in a couple of pips on this for now. See where this candle closes, and then I'll consider locking more in. Seeing that moving up quite nicely now because of that euro move that's coming into play. The US dollar Japanese yen that I took earlier coming down into the red at the moment, not doing a great deal. US dollar Canadian dollars, another trade that I took just a little while ago, saw it breaking out of an area. It gave me an entry point, looking for price to come through that 00 down towards the 80 where I've got my take profit. And I've got this at 11, so as it came through one of our entry points. And the fifth trade that I'm holding, Canadian dollar Japanese yen, still not doing a great deal, a lot of sideways action on this, but showing a little bit of profit, not too concerned about that at the moment. So that's where we are right now. I'll pause the video again and I'll be back on the close of this candle, or just after the close of this candle, just to let you know where I'm moving these price stops to. Okay, I'll be back soon. Okay, back with an update. Show you those trades. I punched out of everything and flattened the market, and those 5 trades all showed a profit. So I'll quickly run through these just to show you where I got out and how I did with these. So Euro Japanese yen, you can see where I got in just here, and watch that price move up, and I punched out there. Something we have to be aware of and something that we have to accept is leaving money on the table, and you can see that price actually continued to move up on that candle, went through where my take profit was. You see that little blue marker there, way through it, and it would have hit take profit. Thing is, I was limited for time again, as I have been all the time that I'm here in London in the UK, and I was quite happy with the results that I was seeing. That's the only reason that I punched out of these trades. Given more time, probably would have been tempted to have locked in a little more and see if I could push these trades up. But it is what it is, and I'm happy with the results that I ended up with today. So Euro Japanese yen, saw this trade moving up here, ended up taking 21 pips for that one. Euro US dollar, Took this as a price, came through one of our entry points here, got in this at 45, let this trade run up to here, and at the same time I got out of all of these trades exactly the same time. I just flicked through and just punched out of all of them at the same time. So you can see where I got in and where I got out. Taking 16 pips for the Euro US dollar. US dollar Japanese yen, you can see where I got in here and the time that I punched out. Price hadn't moved that much, but again, that thing about leaving money on the table, you can see there was a nice move up here. I missed out on that with the decision that I made, but again, I'm absolutely fine with that, no problem at all. So US dollar Japanese yen, punched out of that for just 2 pips. Canadian dollar Japanese yen, took this as price pulled back here, getting me into one of our entry points, and punched out of this one as price came up here again. Continued to move up, more pips to be taken there. I ended up taking 8 pips for the Canadian dollar Japanese yen. And the 5th trade that I took was the US dollar Canadian dollar. In as price came through an entry point just there. And let this run down to that point there. Jumped out of that, punching out, taking 7 pips for the US dollar Canadian dollar. And so over to a quick summary of this morning's trading. I was trading for, I don't know, about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes in total, I think. Euro Japanese yen plus 21 pips, Euro US dollar, got 16 pips on that. US dollar Japanese yen plus 2 pips, Canadian dollar Japanese yen plus 8 pips, and the US dollar Canadian dollar plus 7. We said right from the start that we were seeing weakness in the Japanese yen, which is what pulled in the bulk of those pips, giving me a total of 54 pips, and that equates to a profit of 2.25%, pretty good for just over an hour trading. Okay, that's it for now. Please remember to hit subscribe and you'll get the heads up as and when I post new videos. Thanks very much for watching.